take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm high.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you... As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will... What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for us? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
A new performance requires new raiment, methinks.
Sorry, I've not blinked once last now.
Surely I know the Druid's
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
I better get to work.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phaesus. Now there's a name to remember.
As a reward for Your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that Your Majesty return once...
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road? Despite the hour, you know where to find me.
Crime committed here will see one confined to jail. As I understand it,
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. So the acting chief of Melv was blamed. I suspect this is some ploy of the Queen Regent and her ilk. However, I've heard no report of her capture as of yet. It may well be that she is safe. Perchance, she has fled somewhere outside of Deesa's reach. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so Your Majesty...
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, Your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy, shall pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation. 'Tis no great shock to me.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
Come take a look. You'll be glad. You did. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far.
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire them from afar. It would be unseemly for an elf to purchase. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect, such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Oh, what does this say? Couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Well met, son.
Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me. But I expect you'll do just fine. Pray, allow me to
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right? It's on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
Could use a dash of salt. Well met, son. How might I be of service? Been a hard day.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Anyone could read all that.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. I say, we collect as much as we can carry. These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
A splendid discovery. I shall have them for my own.
If you are looking for the use of your land, then master. A chest. I'll examine its contents, shall I?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
A common reward. Frustratingly so. We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason. After you, Arisen.
Would that such tranquility could last.
I suppose 'tis so.
I grant you lightning's fangs.
When their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Just how tall is that pack of yours?
Hold still. It'll be over in a moment.
Speaking of which, the pawns in this part, Dorians, there!
Ice is our ally against such fiends. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. When charged, be sure to avoid open flame.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
You ought not to go charging off alone.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing. Keep an focus your attacks. The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
As I am, I will protect you. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
I will finish this, here and now.
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
Ingenious. My own master must hear of this tactic. Unbelievable. I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your...
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Fire will be effective against this foe.
I'll save you!
Glad to see you have the matter in hand. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Very well. I shall go on ahead.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Well done!
Your magical haste. Great. Cast it anew.
A flawless execution.
Indeed. 'Twas enough to make one pity our foe.
Nice armor you got.
Come on! Don't drag
Looks
me!
very unusual. I grant you lightning's fangs. Certainly arisen. How might I be of aid? I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Prepare for battle!
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
Scarce stand. A well-placed strike, gazing skyward.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
Over here, if you please. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide...
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form, first and foremost. You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of elven make, bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now.
Huzzah!
What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark. Dead center. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. 'Tis a strange thought. But how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself. Yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design... If only my people would take heed. 'Tis all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of... With the bow you gifted me in hand, I no longer dread being put to trial. I almost look forward to it. I shall attack my training with renewed vim.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Come on then. Let's dance.
'Tis a glad thing we rested when we did. Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
We've little need for a campsite at present. Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in digging a goose.
With the bow you gifted me...
Yes, Master. salt crystal is set, but we'll have need of a ferry stone should we seek to make use of it.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
Battles atop bridges are best avoided.
Who can say what awaits us on the other side?
Yes, of course. I see it now.
You're all out of luck. I shan't let you get away.
It seems they bear us ill will.
One cannot be too careful.
I grant you lightning's fangs.
Get back here!
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Just give up. There's only one way.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. How are we to get through this door?
Where have you gone?
Yon chest appears to be beyond our reach.
'Tis a vexing thing, to see it so plainly and yet be unable to open it. What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Got to be something worth decent more hereabouts.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
There's a ladder here. Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
I drew the short stick this time.
Hold still. 'Twill be over in a moment.
I've a skill that ought serve us well in this situation. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance. Care to feel the wind on your face? Jump up and I'll send you flying. go again. If we must. Let us finish this quickly.
Understood.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. The way forward is unclear. How are we to proceed?
We'll need to work together if we're to see this done. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance.
By your command, Arisen.
Come, let me grant you wings!
My curative magics are at your disposal.
Another encounter. I ill like this. We are already hard-pressed from our previous engagement.
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can. I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this.
It's an exciting discovery, but we ought not to lose our heads.
Bunch of sluggards.
I grant you lightning fangs.
I espy the remains of an ox cart. Do the fiends of this world hold nothing sacred?
Wrought by the hands of brigands. Or the claws of monsters.
Caution would be wise, but we ought not let it halt us in our course.
Come on! Don't
It was a glorious success.
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
by magic, imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Care to feel the wind on your face? Jump up and I'll send you flying. Shall we make them rue their own impatience?
If battle cannot be a...
No Paul here.
Quite the inventive solution. 'Twill make for a riveting tale when I return to my own master. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Naught compares to the thrill of victory. What? Cannot help but feel indomitable. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us. Pray, speak up should you notice aught amiss. Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle? I can attack at a moment's notice, Master.
Shall I assist?
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
we are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy. Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter? These fiends will resurrect so long as they... Skulls remain intact, but fear not! I shall gladly smash every last one!
Well done.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen. One of us is being brave.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace, yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, take it. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint. But alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part, but as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to say I do not know. 'Twill depend upon your Majesty's ingenuity.
If we seek further knowledge of the Godsway, we ought to make for Batal.
Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way. For a change.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Hail, 'tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbor, the village of my people.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
The trial of archery is nigh. If we would bear witness, we must first go to the ruins where Seglindor trains.
Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous times we live in. You know where to find me. Might you spare a moment?
Would you mind coming over here?
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life.
Care to feel the wind on your face? Jump up and I'll send you flying.